Hey, this is Adrian the web scraping guy. If you need anything web scraped, email me, Adrian at thewebscrapingguy.com. And today we're going to be going over how websites or web apps are made. And the reason this is important is that will determine how you scrape the website. So, how web apps are made, there's only two ways: client side rendering and server side rendering. So, client side rendering, client just meaning a browser. I suppose you could be doing like a mobile application, but for the most part, you can just scrape with just checking out traffic in the browser. And yeah, you're looking for AJAX requests, and this is the easiest one to scrape because you're just going to use those AJAX requests to do the scraping. So how you can tell is if you're moving around the site and requests are being fired off. So for example, we're going to check out Zillow here. And if I search Austin, Texas, so you need to go to your console. So that's, right click, inspect, and then brings up this, and you want to go to the network tab. So if you click around the page and stuff and you see these, and you want to, specifically fetch XHR, because these are AJAX requests. So yeah, when those things start getting fired off, then you can see like, okay, this is a request that gets fired off. And the request is, okay, Zillow static autocomplete suggestions. So that makes a lot of sense. So then it's going to provide, a list of areas. So it has results here, and it's all in nice JSON, which is what we're looking for. So that is super easy for you to use. And we do is like copy as node fetch. And I have, videos about how to do that as well. So I'm not going to go over that here. So yeah, if we go here, then you can also see, even if you just move around the map. So if we zoom in on this, where's the zoom? Yeah, boom, then we get all of this stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So you get those, and then if we wanted for sale, we'd get those. Oh, interesting. This is a new... this is a new endpoint that I just am finding out right now. Interesting. But yeah, if you move around the page, so then they're going to call this async create search page state, and then they're going to return this JSON, which is exactly what you want to grab. Yeah, because then you're just going to grab that information. So that's client-side rendering, the easiest thing, and you just navigate around that page with a console open with a network tab, and you can see those requests coming in if it has the requests that you want. And just so you can tell too, just so you can find out where the data is coming from. Like for this one, you would just search like Kepley, L-E-Y. Right, and wherever that's coming from, like, okay, sweet, looks like it's coming from this request right here. So yeah, all of that stuff. So then, server rendered. So all of the info is returned on the first request. So a good example of this is Angie's List. So if we want that here, go to network tab, clear everything, and then we can just filter by fetch XHR. So you see, like, you could go through these, but you're not going to find, like, if you wanted to then just search for, we'll just go all here, because then you just do like a command find Kentucky clean air. Like, where's that going to be? Like, okay, it looks like it's in the HTML. So if you do like Kentucky clean air, then it looks like it is just coming through the HTML of the page. And if you click around, so yeah, spoiler alert, yeah, it is just server rendered. If you continue to like click around and try to find XHR request or fetch request, then there won't be, like, the data that you're looking for is server rendered. And there are different frameworks now to do server rendering. So you have like Next.js, which is really popular right now, PHP, which I think they use like Laravel, Java, which they use like Spring Framework, ASP.NET, etc. And you can tell because if it's server rendered, because the data that you're looking for is all returned in the HTML. Now, that can be okay because you really want to get the JSON. And if it's something like Next.js, it'll actually be the JSON will actually be in the HTML page. So this request is returning HTML. Let's see, content type. Somewhere it should say that it's returning HTML. Where is yeah, content type text.html. But if you look in the response next, something really awesome about Next.js and other frameworks is that they actually return the data as JSON right here. So you can see their email and phone numbers right here and profile, blah, 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 blah. So if you're lucky, then that framework will return the data as HTML or as JSON, and then you just grab that JSON. If you're unlucky, though, then you have to go through and parse the HTML and turn it into JSON, or just parse the HTML. You can use like Cheerio for Node.js or Beautiful Soup for Python. Now, I want to give you an example of a site that does use server-side rendering, but if you navigate around the page, then you'll see that it does client-side rendering as well. So this is Realtor, and if you refresh the page, so we're going to go all right here. We're going to refresh the page. Refresh. Then if we want to check out this like Cedar Lane, so Cedar Lane, then we're clicking around here, and then that is the that's server-side rendered because we're looking around for the information and it is in the initial request, or it's like requesting. The response is HTML right there. But as you just saw there, like they return a lot of the JSON. So then you just, grab some of that JSON. So we're looking for Cedar Lane, or then you just parse that JSON, return that JSON instead of parsing the HTML. Right, like right here, boom. It has a lot of that information that you need. But then, so after the initial page, so we got lucky there that it is being returned, or that JSON is being returned. But for example, if HTML was just returned, that's kind of a pain. We don't really want to have to do that. So let's try and find their other endpoints. So if we just paginate, boom, then there is the endpoint that they're using to find or to return these results. So if we look up harness, boom, right there. Then we get the JSON. So you want to navigate around the page to see if these, if there are going to be some AJAX requests that you can use. And that's really it. So this is like a beginner kind of tutorial about how to spot that, because that's really, you have to have an understanding about how these web applications are made in order to figure out how to scrape them. So if you like this, please like it. Also comment what other things that you want to learn or websites that you want scraped, and I'll try to make a video about it. And if you need anything else web scraped, email me, Adrian@thewebscrapingguy.com. Thanks.